Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 3rd, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Sorry I couldn't make a video early this afternoon. Had a computer issue, but I got it back up and running. I also had something to take care of, so I didn't have time to fix it. Got everything up and running, ready to go again. So hopefully this here forecast um, uh, be issued on YouTube, and that way everybody get a chance to see my forecast this evening. Anyway, hopefully I'll be running this thing again for a while. So just bear with me and let's see how this thing gonna play out here. But anyway. If you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty, as you can see, we got showers and thunderstorms over here in portions of Maine, all the way back through New Hampshire, New York, Pennsylvania, also through Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., through North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, all the way down to Miami, Florida, the Florida Keys, all the way back to Louisiana, Houston, Texas, all the way through Missouri, all the way into southern Canada there as well, in Wisconsin, also back into portions of North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, and portions of southern portions of Canada there as well. We got showers and storms also down here in Mexico, in the portions of southeast Arizona, southwestern New Mexico. In the gray slashed area here, there's some critical fire weather possible in that region for your Tuesday. And also we're going to take here's a look at the yellow slashed area, extending all the way from Colorado all the way into Wisconsin and Minnesota. Severe thunderstorms are possible in this region. High pressure is in charge from Quebec, Canada, through Montreal, Toronto, Canada, all the way into Chicago, Illinois, back in southern Illinois, Kentucky, Virginia, also West Virginia and Ohio and Indiana. Also over here in portion of Dallas, Texas area, also into portion of Oklahoma, through Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, all the way up into Washington State. Seattle, Washington is included. Vancouver, Canada also. And southern and southwestern Canada as well for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on to your Wednesday forecast. As you can see, we got quite showers and thunderstorms over portion of Maine, down in portion of New Hampshire. Then again down here from Washington, D.C. through the Carolinas, all the way down to Miami, and also toward Havana, Cuba, and the northern Gulf of Mexico, through Mexico as well, also through Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, all the way up to Chicago, Illinois, southern Canada, back through Minnesota, Wisconsin, also back into Nebraska and Kansas, also into Wyoming and South Dakota, Nebraska, and also over toward Denver, Colorado. In the yellow slashed area there from Colorado all the way over to Chicago, Illinois, and through Missouri, and also northern Arkansas, portion of Indiana, all of Illinois. You're in a area with severe weather possible, and in the red slashed area, extending from Nebraska all the way into Minnesota, you're in a heavy rain / flash flooding possible in that region. High pressure pretty much in charge from Quebec, Canada, through Montreal down to Toronto, Pennsylvania, like I say, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, Boston. High pressure is also in charge from Minnesota all the way into North and South Dakota, back to Montana, Vancouver, Canada, southern Canada as well. Seattle, Washington, all the way down through San Francisco, Los Angeles, also down to the Gulf of California as well. So central and southern Mexico looks good as well. High pressure is in charge, also over Texas as well, portion of New Mexico and portion of Colorado for your Wednesday. All right, weather radar does it every. Alright, here we go. Finally got that thing on. But anyway, we got a widespread showers up here in portion of Newfoundland, southeast Canada. More scattered activity, southeastern portion of Canada there, all the way back in the portion of Maine. All the way, a little bit more widespread over New York State, also down toward Boston there as well. Scattered activity through Pennsylvania, Virginia, to the Carolinas, all the way back into Indiana, Illinois. More widespread showers and storms moving off into the coastal waters, even the Bahamas, also down in Cuba. Scattered showers in your area as well. Also the Gulf of Mexico. Pretty much widespread showers and storms through portions of North Georgia, through Alabama, Mississippi, back into Louisiana, also back into Oklahoma, down here in northern Mexico, western and eastern portions of New Mexico. We got more scattered activity up here in Wisconsin, and also back into portions of southern Canada, all the way back over to Montana, back in Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico as well. Scattered activity around Guam, also central and southern portion of Alaska, got some scattered showers there. Hawaii and Chain Island looks a-okay. Alright, let's move on to the watches, warnings, and advisory map for your location across the nation. You can see we got some flood watches, flood advisory for a portion of Maine, down in a portion of Boston and Connecticut. Also in southern New York, all the way down to northeastern North Carolina. Got a severe thunderstorm watch in effect there. Still got no heat advisory for North Carolina. A few counties there in South Carolina as well, and also down in Georgia. Coastal flood advisory from Georgetown, South Carolina, down to Charleston, South Carolina. We got several special weather statement flood advisories from Kentucky back to Tennessee, Alabama, also over to Mississippi, also in Oklahoma, Texas. Got a special weather statement, some heat advisories over southern Texas, also over portions of central and southern New Mexico. We got some air quality alerts right along the Missouri and Kansas border. Also, we got some up here in the eastern portion of Michigan. Severe thunderstorm warnings over northern portions of Wisconsin. Heat advisories also for portions of eastern Minnesota. Also, we got severe thunderstorm watches and severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for South Dakota, southeastern Montana, and also Wyoming there as well. We got red flag warning in effect for western Colorado, eastern Utah. Also, we got some severe thunderstorm warnings for portions of northern Utah. Also, some red flag warnings in effect for you guys in Washington State. Heat advisory for western Oregon, southern Oregon, and northern California. Says of heat warnings also in effect for southern California, southern Nevada, and western portions and southern portions of Arizona. Heat advisory there also for southern California. Also, we have some flood advisory for portions of the mountains of California. Also, some coastal flood advisory there for coastal California. All right. Alaska got a few red flag warnings in effect for you guys. North side of the island of Hawaii and Chain look good. Southern side got a few gale warnings there as well. Alright, Storm Prediction Center time. This is the overview products here from the Storm Prediction Center. And you can storm from Maine all the way into portions of Ohio, all the way down to the Florida area. Back over to Texas, all the way back to Montana, Minnesota. There's that marginal risk. Send it back into portions of Utah, through the Carolinas, all the way to the northeastern United States. Got a slight risk of severe weather. Got the white boxes lined up in the slight risk and enhanced risk area. The convective outlook, you can see a little bit better. That's currently what it looks like right now. Current white boxes. Southeast Minnesota, northern portions of Wyoming, also western portions of South Dakota. Then from up northern North Carolina all the way up into New York State, got some severe thunderstorm watches in effect for you guys as well. MDS currently nothing in effect. Storm report, currently as of this recording, we had one tornado report that was located over southeast of South Dakota. Wind report, we had 72, one of them was high. They would generally over port. One was over portions of Wyoming, two or three over here in Utah. Also some over here in portions of northern Michigan. Over here in portions of Oklahoma, northeast Texas, right along the Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas border. Some in Arkansas, northern Florida. Also around Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Like up there, not too far from Charlotte. North Carolina got a few damage and wind reports there. Also in Virginia, Outer Banks, North Carolina, all the way up into New York State. Hail report, we had 17, 0 with large. Look like a couple over here in ports of South Dakota. Down here in southeast Georgia. And I think that some might be scattered about and under these wind reports as well. So the total number is 90 currently as of this recording, but I do expect these numbers to increase as we head through the remainder of the afternoon and evening hours. Fire weather, we got elevated risk over here in portion of Arizona, back into Nevada, also in Washington State, and also back into Oregon there as well. All right, tropical weather outlook now for the right now through the next 7 days and the next 48 hours. Tropical cyclone activity is not expected during the next 48 hours, and I do not see anything for the next 7 to maybe 15 days for any tropical activity. All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this broadcast. I'm glad to be back on board again, so you can get your forecast again from the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. We will catch you back in the next one.